Homestead and welcome to my Big Friday tip time. First tip, you can quite often get these little nets. See these little nets that go over your cotton, your threads. And to show you one, that's cord that I use for quilting, and the net is over it to hold the thread there so it doesn't completely unwind or anything. Now I haven't got enough of these net things for all the spools I've got, and these are not big enough for my big spools. There's I think 1,000 meters on this one, but I like to use the 5,000 meter ones if I can afford it to buy it, and I know I'll go and use it. So I came up with an idea the other day. This is one of the 5,000 meter cord in black, but the net bag that's over it is actually the net bag that holds 3 garlic bulbs that you buy from the supermarket. So it's reusing. You can cut the end off if you want, but why? It's just the right size for them. And because I don't go through it that much, I've only got the one at the moment, but I do use onions, and the net bag that the onions come in at half goes on one of my big spools. So I'm sorted with I'm sorted with these now. Tip 2. When I came to do my latest quilt, I had not got any spray starch in, and we were doing an online shop from Ulster, and they don't do spray starch, so I had a look on eBay, and it's quite a lot for just 6 bottles, anywhere between 6 cans, anywhere between 10 and 16 pound for 6 cans. And they told me it was going to be the end of October was the earliest I was going to get them. And as you know, I rarely go shopping, so I had a look online. I can make my own spray starch, so I had a go at it, and didn't do much, but it enabled me to start doing that quilt. So I'm going to show you how I make it, because you make it with distilled water, which I don't have, but I can make distilled water, and this is how I do it. This is how I'm making distilled water. I put about 2 litres of water in my second to largest stock pot. In it I have a bowl. I brought it up to a boil, put the lid on but upside down, so the steam, when it collects, can you see that rolling? And it'll go from the handle into the bowl. This is how I'm distilling water, because I haven't got any, but I need some. Once I've collected the distilled water, I add some corn flour to it. I will put the ratio I use and the recipe in the box below. and that's my spray starch. Now, because it's made with corn flour, you have to shake the bottle every time you use it. This is the spray starch that I used to use that I can't get anymore. So, but it's a handy bottle. So I just, oh. So there's a little bit more to help me while I'm making these quarter square triangles. But it works out a lot cheaper. I'm going to see if I can get buy some distilled water, because it does take me quite a while. But until then, I've got some spray starch. Tip number 3. I have some electrical tape here. I showed you how I used it on my ruler to make it a ledge to help me with the half square triangles. I've got this that basically goes, my needle is exactly 1/4 inch. So if I put my fabric along the edge, that will give me an exact 1/4 inch seam allowance. But because it's got these lines on it, if I was doing diagonal and I wanted to sew a smaller one than those on, if I wanted to go from one corner to the other, I would put it under my needle and put this corner on the dark green line, and it'll go exactly straight. I don't have to draw lines on the back of them. But when I'm doing something this size, these are 8-inch squares, there's no way I could do it. But that is a very, very good tip, so you can extend it where you want. Bye.